Is the bull market over for Bitcoin? That is the question that everybody is asking, and that is the question that I will be answering in today's video. So if that sounds interesting, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, turn the bell notification on so you never miss another upload, and make sure that you watch the video up until the end because I will give you some valuable information on how to profit off of these markets. But enough of that, let's jump into the charts and see what is going on. So jumping straight on into the charts then, as we can see over the course of last night, Bitcoin has had a pretty significant pullback in price. And of course, here at BitTrading, we have actually been anticipating this pullback and we have been making some really nice profits off of this pullback. And why is that? Well, 4 days ago, okay, as you can see here on the 10th of April in the Visionary Discord, what I was telling the team is that this is a strong pullback as we were seeing increased volume with increased negative delta and open interest increases. Okay, so for me, this was the start of a very, very bearish move because we had strength within this pullback, unlike the rise, okay, that we saw. Okay, we did have a rise which was very weak, and I was also telling the team about that in the daily market updates that I do. We were seeing a very weak rise, so it was more probable that we were to see a pullback. And then again, 2 days ago on the 12th, as you can see right here, I continue to the 12th of April here, I continue to update the team and tell them that this is a healthy pullback, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see it continue lower. Remember, the rise was weak as well, so this is expected. As you can see, continuing to update the team, reminding them that the rise was weak and we are seeing strength within this pullback, so there is a high probability that we are going to continue to see this pullback. And what happens? Okay, we had a continuation of this pullback, and of course, as always, here at BitTrading, we are taking full advantage of this pullback because, first of all, we entered into a short from all-time high. So if we take a look at the Visionary Discord and take a look at the trade we entered at all-time high, as you can see, here was the setup that I gave the team at $73,404 with a stop loss at 74,035, okay? That was the setup that I gave from all-time high, and as you can see, that trade is in the bottom left of the screen. That is a trade that I am currently in at this moment in time. But of course, I have given short setups since that trade as well. If we zoom down, okay, we can actually see another short setup that I did give the team in advance. As you can see here, off of the basis that we were forming, if we formed a failed auction of the high liquidity area up here in confluence with a weekly MPOC, we were looking for a short entry here. Okay, so here was the short setup that I was telling the team that I was looking for, and what actually happened. Okay, if we get rid of the short from all-time high, we can see, right, we failed auctions the high liquidity zone up here in confluence with a weekly MPOC, and then we did get this big pullback, which of course we have been expecting. Okay, so of course here at BitTrading, we have been taking full advantage of this pullback. And if you want access to all of my trades and of course the education where I teach these strategies, then click the first link in the description. It will take you over to this page right here. Of course, you can gain access to the Visionary Discord and the education we have for you there as well. But then we also have the Visionary free trial, which gives you 1 day free trial to the Visionary Discord. So make sure you take full advantage of that because it is very, very valuable. So just try out that 1 day free trial, and if you like it, then you can sign up for the full-time membership. But yeah, price as of right now is moving lower. This pullback is pretty strong, to be honest with you. And if we are coming to take a look at order flow, yes, we are starting to see some signs of short absorption coming in. Okay, so we are seeing some short absorption coming in, but this is on the lower time frames, 30-minute. Okay, of course, we want to look for other bits of confluence in order to be confident that we are going to see a rise towards the upside. Okay, but this is some bullish signs that we haven't actually seen in a while for Bitcoin. So we are starting to see short absorption, which is ultimately good, but we just want to see some other bits of confluence before we can get that confidence that we are going to see price actually rise. Okay, because if we actually zoom out on the order flow, okay, we can see, right, that, you know, this pullback has been pretty strong, right? We've had, you know, increases in negative delta, okay? We've also seen increases in volume as well, okay? And to be honest with you, if we're actually zooming in, okay, if we go back down to the 30-minute time frame, to be honest with you, if we're looking at this rise that we are experiencing right here, this rise for me is actually happening on, okay, on a decrease in open interest. So, you know, this again is looking like a weak rise towards the upside. So there is a possibility that we could actually continue to see lower, and of course we will get we will talk about that in a little bit more depth in a minute, okay? But we can see, right, open interest as you know, we're getting this pullback, okay, and then this pullback starts to get bought up, we are seeing open interest pulling back, okay? If we actually zoom in, okay, let's up the tick size slightly so we can just see it a little bit clearer, right? Okay, we can zoom in and we can see that we are seeing a lot of shorting at the bottom, right? 2.9 million shorts opened up at the low of this candle, right? We have 1.8, 1.4, 1.7, okay, 2.9, 1.3 million, okay, 1.9 million there again, 3.1 million, okay? So what we're actually seeing is mass shorting at the lows, okay, here. And what is happening is that all of these shorts are actually getting wrecked, okay, as the price has risen, which signifies this pullback in open interest. So we know that the shorts are getting wrecked, that shorted the low, okay, and then this rise towards the upside is happening on, you know, a decrease in open interest, telling us that this is just being fueled by these shorts getting liquidated, okay. So for me, you know, this isn't the strongest rise towards the upside. You can see the open interest is very flat. Okay, of course, price is very flat, but this isn't the strongest pullback that we have seen. So, of course, there's still a possibility that we could see a continuation lower. Okay, of course, we do have short absorption coming in, which is initially bullish. So, if we start to see some other bullish signs kicking in, then of course I would be confident that we would start to see a higher move towards the upside. Okay, but for me right now, okay, we are still looking fairly bearish. Okay, so we just have to be aware. And right now, I am just sitting on the sidelines and just waiting for a little bit more confidence within the market as of right now. So just sitting on the sideline, like I said, waiting for more confirmation in the direction, and then we can start looking for trades. Okay, once we're confident on where price is most probable to go. Okay, but okay, we have to remember, right? We're in this range on the 4-hour, on the 8-hour charts, okay? And, you know, we are seeming to pull back to range low. Now, of course, right, we had very bullish market structure, right? We had a low, we had a higher low, higher low, higher low. But what have we done now? We've actually broken this bullish structure, and we've now actually started to form bearish market structure. Why have we started to form bearish market structure? Well, we have the all-time high here, okay? We then have a low, we then have a high here, and we are now forming a lower high, right? A lower low, okay? We're now forming a lower low. Now, if this bearish market structure continues, i.e., right, we come back up, we form a lower high, then we come back down and form a lower low, we are probably going to be breaking this range towards the downside. Now, of course, there's a possibility that we break the range towards the downside, form a failed auction of the range low where we get accepted back in, and then we're looking for, again, all-time highs. Okay, this is, of course, one of the scenarios, the bullish scenario. However, there is a bearish scenario that if we break this range towards the downside, okay, we use it as resistance, then we are looking for much, much lower prices, and this is when we can start considering the price getting very, very bearish. And why could we consider this getting very bearish? Well, for that, we actually have to zoom out. So let's get rid of this 4 and 8 hour range. Okay, let's go on to the weekly chart here. Okay, and then let's pull the range from the weekly chart. And as you can see here, this is where we start to get slightly bearish. Of course, this rise towards the upside is very, very bullish, but we are starting to see some bearish signs coming in, and this is why I'm in this short position right here from the all-time high, as you can see down here, to protect my portfolio, right? Because yes, we are looking very, very bullish, but we are starting to see some bearish signs kicking into the market. And if that is the case, okay, if this is the all-time high, of this bull market, and we are now going to enter a bear market, and we are going to see the price pull back. Of course, I want to be prepared for this. So this is why I've entered into a short when I saw the opportunity, i.e. the short from all-time high. Now, first of all, yes, we are looking very bullish, okay? So, I'm not going to take that away. I'm not bearish right now. I am still very, very bullish on the price of Bitcoin, but I do just have to factor in that we are starting to see those slight bearish signs kicking in, right? And this is a very, very obvious range. We can also pull a fixed range from when we entered into the range, and we can see, we're above value area high. So we are expecting to come back down to value area low. We're also, okay, at value area, at range high. Again, we're expecting to come down to range low. What have we actually done? Well, we formed an SFP failed auction of the all-time high. This is a very bearish sign, right? On a lower time frame, I would have entered into a trade off of this basis, and that's exactly what I've done, right? I've entered into a trade. It wasn't directly off of this, okay? It was off of a smaller SFP on a smaller time frame, but initially I am also factoring this into why I've entered into the short as well, because we formed an SFP / failed auction, okay, whatever you want to call it up here, of the all-time high, of the range high. Now, what are we actually expecting? Well, we are actually expecting to come back to 42,000, which is the mid-range of the parallel channel, and possibly even the range low, all the way down at $15,500 approximately. Okay, so this is where we could get extremely bearish on the price of Bitcoin, right? And of course, right now, I'm not extremely bearish. Yes, I'm in a short position, but this is just to protect my portfolio, just in case this bearish scenario happens. Just in case, right, this was the all-time high, we formed the SFP failed auction of the all-time high, and now we're coming to range low. If that's a possibility, I'm going to be taking full advantage of this because I am in a short trade, like I said. And of course, the short trade was given to the team on the Visionary Discord, okay, all the way up here. So if you want access to that, as I said, first link in the description or the pinned comment, come and take advantage of that. But yeah, for me right now, I am very bullish, but I'm factoring in these bearish, these bearish signs, right? So for me, okay, it is just remaining patient, waiting for any strength coming into the market. If we can see strength coming into the market, okay, i.e. if we're pulling up the range from the 4-hour / 8-hour, okay, if we start to see strength at the range low, and we're looking very bullish at the range low, of course, this is something I'm looking to long, and actually looking to long to all-time high, okay? And there is, some indications in my eyes that we could actually come to all-time high again. If we actually take a look at the daily chart, we can actually pull up the Elliott wave theory, okay? As you can see here, we have a wave count, okay? So we have wave 1, we have wave 2, we have wave 3, we are forming wave 4 as of right now. Has wave 4 come to an end? We don't know as of yet, but this is signifying that a wave 5 could be possible, okay? Wave 5 could be possible. So, we'll have to see if we start to look bullish down here. If we start to look bullish down here, then I'm looking for a wave 5, which could take us up to possibly all-time high again, and maybe even to 80K, maybe even 100K. But we do just have to be aware, right, that we do have this very, very obvious, okay, failed auction / SFP of the range high / previous all-time high. And if we actually pull up the WXY wave count on Elliott wave, we can see that there is a possibility that we could see wave Y forming, which could take us all the way down potentially to range low. So we have to be aware of this, okay? Of course, wave X could be a little bit higher just because we may take out the all-time high again. Now, if we look bearish at all-time high, for me this is very bearish, okay, because we've tested the all-time high once, we've broken it, but we haven't seen the bullish follow through, we haven't seen the bullish reaction, okay, to take us to those much higher prices. If we come up again and we fail to do that again, okay, we fail to look extremely bullish at all-time high, then there's a possibility, right, that major weakness comes into the market, and we do see a big pullback, okay? Now, I'm not saying that this is set in stone to happen. I'm just making you aware that this is a possibility. And of course, we want to be on the correct side of the market every single time. We want to prepare ourselves for, you know, every single possibility. So that is why I have shorted the all-time high. So yeah, for me right now, it is, you know, just looking at the smaller time frames. Okay, just remaining patient, waiting to see whether we can start to see some bullishness at the low, okay, of the range. Of course, we could see a rise up here. We are starting to see on you know, on the order flow that we are starting to see some short absorption coming in, which, you know, is a slight sign of strength. But we have to remember that this rise is also happening on shorts getting liquidated, so we have to be aware that this isn't the strongest rise towards the upside. So unless we can get some real strength into the markets, we could see a you know, if we don't see real strength coming into the market, we could see another pullback. But if we do start to see some real strength coming into the market, then of course we can be targeting once again all-time high. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I hope this is giving you some valuable insights. Of course, if you want access to the Visionary Discord, where I give all of my trades away, and of course the education on the strategies that I use, first link in the description or pinned comments to take full advantage of that. Of course, 1 day free trial to the Visionary Discord as well, so make sure you take full advantage of that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, team. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the Visionary Discord, and yeah, that's me signing out. So see you later, guys. Goodbye.